Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Thursday, March 3rd. I am off work today. So let's talk very quickly about work yesterday, however. What a brutal day. I had a good attitude throughout the whole day though, even though I worked until 10:30 p.m. Started at 11:30 my time and worked until 10:30 p.m. Our original team members, one team member was completely not available. The other team member was only available for the first hour and a half of the job. Every backup person I contacted was not available. So I told my boss, I said, I just want to give you a heads up that it's just going to be me from, 1 p.m. to the end of the day. And we had no idea. I mean, I had sort of an inkling because the previous transcript was so long, but truly did not know how long the job was going to go. Thankfully, because I would have been just dead in the water. I would have been editing today is what would have happened. My boss actually found someone to help through a court reporting friend of hers to help me edit for the rest of the day. So between us two, the job ended at about 8:10, 8:15 p.m. my time. And, I do a bunch of stuff at the end of the job to finalize it. So we only had like 30 pages left to edit at the end of the day, which was astounding considering the job was 330 pages. So we rocked it, like we really did. And my body, my shoulder and stuff hurt so bad though that I was just, at 10:30 came, I was done. I knew I don't like working that late. A couple of reasons, but one of the main reasons is because I normally cannot go right to sleep. I cannot go to bed at a reasonable hour. So I didn't fall asleep till like 1 o'clock. And then getting up at 7:30. So I will be in bed early tonight. I will be in bed probably by 9 o'clock tonight for sure. But yeah, got that done and basically, made 2 days worth of wages in one day because of working so much. We have a job tomorrow. It's supposed to be over by like 3:30, so that will be a good start to the weekend. Saturday, Charlize has a futsal game. I have a massage. Haven't had a massage in 3 weeks because my massage therapist has been in Italy. Yeah, she took a vacation to Italy, so it's going to be good to get in there and get my massage on, right? So, because obviously yesterday I did no stitching, but I managed to make 8 more origami ort boxes, so I have like 18 done. So I only have to do like 12 more and I have my 30 done for the retreat, which yay. And I'm a whiz at them now. I'm very, very fast at doing it. And someone had mentioned about me doing a video showing how to make it. Yeah, I can do that. I don't know when, and I can't take credit for the tutorial I followed because I followed someone else's on YouTube, so I will give credit to them. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. I need more coffee, I guess, right? So what I've been doing is when the video that I filmed that day is processing, I then sit down and make some boxes. So I probably will be able to get the other 12 done today when this video is processing. So, but because I didn't stitch yesterday, I said, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to stitch before I do the video. So I did. And I have filled in the Viking's beard. So Bill noticed this yesterday and he was like, ooh, he's coming along. He's really coming along now. So his little beard is filled in. So next is his face because these are like his lips and then his eyes and cheeks and then his helmet and then I'll be done. Yeah, it's cute though. And of course, I mean, I literally, when I saw the pattern on Michelle McGraw's video, I almost spit out whatever I was drinking because I would not have noticed that pattern otherwise. So I will work on that more today for sure. The winner of the needle minder is Karen S. So Karen, I had commented on I was dumb. I forgot that I normally been doing a Google form where you can fill out your information so I don't have to like ask you for it. I forgot. I haven't done a giveaway in so long. So Karen S, that is her YouTube handle. Please email me with your mailing address. If she doesn't respond in like a week, I'll just pick somebody else. But there's that. Okay. Gifts. I received a package yesterday from Joanne Helm, who she won all of my fabric auctions. She is a wonderful human being, and she always sends like a handwritten note. So it's, you know, in the day of technology and email and text and all that, it's nice to get a handwritten letter. So she sent me a package from Keepsake Quilting, because she figures it could be used in my smalls. Absolutely. In the junk journal. Absolutely. So she also sent 2 skeins spools of flesh colored sulky. I'm sure I have these, but I did not know that these were flesh colored. I'm actually going to probably put a rubber band around these, like a little clear one that I use for my hair, just so I know that these are like flesh colored, because I could use these when I do the coffee piece that's coming up next, because the woman's skin tone. Although I have the Aurifil that I'm going to try. So she included that, which, yeah, I'm definitely going to tie those together. But look at this big pack of fabric. Oh my God. And it's so, I hate to unfold it, but it has some really amazing colors in here that I can use in the junk journal, because I really enjoyed, yeah, gorgeous fabric. I really enjoyed using that piece of fabric that was in the junk journal. And yeah, I just love putting the pieces in there so much. And then she sent one more thing, and she said she sent it because of my love of sushi rolls, which, by the way, I DoorDashed sushi for lunch today. Let's go. I was like, after yesterday, it was deserved for sure. It looks like a needle minder. Let's see. It is. Oh, I love it. And it's small. See, I'm funny. Like I have a lot of needle minders. I like the smaller ones now. I love it. This is from Busy Beaver Boutique on Etsy. Oh my God. Look at that. It's an enamel sushi. Joe, thanks so much. Love absolutely everything. And I also love that they put a button on the back. It's easier to grip it. You know, when it's just the needle, the magnet, it's sometimes really hard. Love it. Love. I will use that on my next project for sure. Well, the coffee project, I probably have to use some coffee. Okay. Purchases. And I have a small bone to pick. Haven't had a rant on this channel in a while, right? It's not a rant. So I watch Chris Cross Stitch. If you don't, what are you doing with your life? Because he is just phenomenal. His mannerisms, he's like the calm to my storm half the time. He does fantastic stitching. So he showed a shamrock piece he stitched from Prairie Schoolers book number 13, A Prairie Year. I did not own this pattern, and I love the idea. Look at all the different smalls. I should just take it out, but I'm not going to take it out of this because I'm going to prove a point here in a second. So I love all of the smalls in there, right? He stitched this one, and it looks fantastic. So when I went to Google, I just went to Google and put in Prairie Schooler or Prairie Year, and the first one that popped up was Fat Quarter Shop. I've ordered from Fat Quarter Shop a lot. I got the boxes for my sulky from there. When they shipped this pattern, they shipped it in a cardboard envelope that had like, where they had to like peel a piece of paper away and seal it down. This fit exactly in that envelope. So I knew it was from them because it said on the front. So I wasn't going to cut open the envelope, but they had taped the entire thing up at the top, so I couldn't open it. I had to open it from the bottom. So when I opened it from the bottom, I tore it open. And when I went to pull the pattern out, I'm like, why isn't the pattern coming out? I almost ripped the pattern getting it out of the envelope. You can see the plastic up here is ripped. I'm going to take it out of this plastic. See how that's ripped? Because when they sealed the envelope, I'm sure this was not intentional, but I'm just saying this is probably something they need to like pay more attention to when they ship stuff like this. The adhesive in the inside of the seal clamped onto this. So this was taped to the inside of the envelope. I'm just glad I didn't have to rip the pattern because I was cussing. I'm pulling it. I'm like, what's going on here? I had to wind up tearing open the entire envelope and picking and pulling this off of the adhesive. I'm going to pull it out of here anyway because let's just do that. At least it was in the plastic. That's what my husband said. At least it was in the plastic. So, it didn't get messed up that way. Like the pattern didn't. And yeah, some of these are really cute. Like, I like the flower. This flower. I like the pumpkin. The heart. Yeah, I'll definitely stitch a couple of these. Very, very cool. Yeah, and I did not have that pattern, so there's that. And then I got an order of fabric from Seraphim Fabrics. Yeah, I got fabric orders coming out the wazoo now. Fiberlicious shipped. Yeah, have some fabric coming. Okay, so these are all 18 count Aida. This color is Capri. So a very pretty like aqua purple. And their Aida is soft. It's not as soft as Picture This Plus. It's the perfect amount of softness. This one is Petals in the Wind. So a very pretty pastel color. This one is Finian. Like a gray, a good neutral, like a gray, purple, blue. I mean, it just gorgeous colors. And subtle. Like, I don't like things, as I say this in the next piece, is very modeled. I'm kind of funny. Like, I don't like a ton of modeling because I feel like it takes away from the design. I have a piece from, I want to say it was Be Stitch Me, called Lunar. And I think I'm going to stitch a piece that is just in black on that because that would probably look really good. Okay, this one is Forget Me Not. So yeah, this one is probably one of the most modeled pieces in there. But I think there is a fabric, there is a pattern for every fabric. You just have to find it. And sometimes it takes years to find the right pattern. This one is Sunflower Fields. So like a yellowy, brown, autumny kind of color a little bit. Ooh, I like this one. What is this one? Witching Hour. Now, this is subtle. So she had two options on the website. I don't know if it's a her. They had two options where the subtle and then much more modeled. I like the subtle one. That's pretty. That would look really good with like a Halloween piece, won't it? Watch. Come like the end of summer, I'm going to be stitching all the Halloween smalls because I got a Halloween journal, right? This one is Summer Storm. Also just love these like gray blue pieces. This looks kind of green. It's more like gray and like a sky blue. Two more. I told you I put that money to good use when I sold my fabric. This one is Winter White because you have to have like cream pieces. I mean, you just do. And the last one is Dusty Road. Just what it says, like shades of brown. Now, what's nice is I probably would not use that. But there is plenty, because I do smalls, there's plenty of other options in that piece of fabric. I'm picky. I will pick like, okay, I'm going to stitch on this part. And I know we all do that, right? But yeah, absolutely love their fabric. Okay. That was it for purchases. So, talking point for today. I saw this post this morning and my heart just dropped a little bit. Susie Wallace posted in Mrs. Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray's group. It's Crafters Anonymous. You can post any craft you want in there. And she said, have you ever been made fun of for your diamond painting hobby? I was by someone very close to me and it hurt a lot. I feel embarrassed now, and part of me wants to throw it all away out of embarrassment, but the thought of doing that makes me so sad. I love doing it, and it's become something that helps me relax, and I would miss it so much. I am debating just going back to cross stitch. No one made fun of me for that. So many thoughts going through my head. First off, the person that said this to them obviously is not a hobbyist or a crafter of any kind, because let me tell you, when someone says, oh, I started such and such a craft, even if it's not a craft I do, I'm like, ooh, let me see. That's my first instinct. Ooh, let me see it. I appreciate all kinds of crafting. Even as something simple as like those origami boxes. I was telling my dad about them this morning, and he was like, ooh, maybe I would like to do origami. Send me a link. So I sent him a picture of the box that I made and the link to the video and all that. Not that he'll do it, but he's always like, ooh, what are you doing? You know? Why would you? I can't wrap my brain around why you would disparage something that someone is doing that, number one, isn't hurting them. Isn't drugs, alcohol, something horrible, right? Something that brings them a little bit of joy. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I can't, I don't understand this. So there are people that say, I've had people roll their eyes at me and say things like, really, and occasionally laugh. The one I get slammed for the most is coloring. I love to color, and I get all the same remarks. Coloring is for kids. Well, you know what? They haven't seen some of the coloring pieces that I've seen, because some of these people are true artists. There is no way, like, a picture will take them hours. No kid is coloring that, right? And especially needlework. The biggest thing that I'm trying to think, nobody in my family has ever said, oh, that hobby is stupid. No one's ever said anything like that to me. The one thing that I have heard, like in passing, needlework is an old person's hobby, like my grandmom's hobby. Well, you don't know what you're talking about, because you see all the patterns that are out there now that are like snarky and, you know, that kind of thing. My grandmother wouldn't have stitched that. And then you have people on the other end of the spectrum who just, I remember we went to a friend's party last year, and I forget what we were talking about, and this one woman just piped up and said, yeah, Danielle does such beautiful needlework. And I was floored, because I had no idea that she had even seen any of my things, my YouTube channel or anything on Facebook. I don't post very much on Facebook, like when I finish something. But yeah, like, can we just not support each other and stuff like that? Like, I don't, and I try to think, okay, the people that are commenting that to you, it's probably not even about you at all. They are probably insanely unhappy with themselves, and they just need to feel, they feel the need to pass that unhappiness on to you. So I hope that that woman, Susie, does not give it up. Do not let anyone steal your joy in that regard. They don't pay your bills. Yeah, see my face? No, let's not. Yeah, and it makes you want to tell someone some few choice words where they can go. All right. It's time for OMG Moments. You guys have really been enjoying these, and I have, we're just, because I have the time, we're just going to do, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just going to do them. Okay, this I looked at for like 10 minutes, because this is by Barbara, and it's a Heaven and Earth Designs. And it's Bibliodame. She did it 1/1 on 32 easy count. It took her a year. It almost took her 2 years. She worked on it, 110 pages. What? 110 pages. Wrap your brain around that. 495,000 stitches. I mean, I can't. It is so, get the hell out of here. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Look at those bushes and trees. I would love to see that in person. I did. I stared at this for like 10 minutes. I couldn't stop looking at it. Are you kidding me right now with that? I just am so in awe of people who can dedicate themselves to something that takes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I mean, yeah, clapping all the damn live long day, because that's not me. That's not me, but holy hell will I sing your praises from the rooftops. Okay. This is not exactly like a finished project, but this is something that I'm telling you at one time or another, all stitchers can identify with and appreciate. Pam posted that little victory dance when all 4 sides meet up of a border. So her border met up. And you know, I've had it where it didn't meet up. And I'm sure that you have too, where it's like, okay, well, I'm making a choice here. I'm either ripping it out or I'm fudging it. I really try to be careful if I stitch a border like that I'm counting, like I'm counting like 50 times, seriously. But yeah. Okay, so this is from Laura Briggs. She finished Mirabilia's or Nora Corbett's Pisces. She made numerous changes. And let me know what you think. All comments are welcome, negative or positive. Nobody better be leaving anything negative about this, because it is stunning. Gorgeous. I don't know what changes she made exactly. Well, skin tone. But oh my God, can you even? Isn't it stunning? Stunning. And for someone who didn't want to stitch like a big Mirabilia, these little ones like this are perfect. Still a lot of stitching. Lots of beads. I mean, look at all the beads on that. It's gorgeous though, isn't it? Oh, I should be showing it like this to you because it's even bigger. Stunning, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love. Okay. This one was stitched by Dina, and it is Santa's Ride by Barbara Anna Designs. And I love this piece so much. I love the border. What did they, looks like they stitched it over one. Did they? They didn't say. It looks tiny though. Isn't it stunning? Don't you love that border? Love. I love Barbara Anna Designs. I have yet to do one though. Yeah, I love all of her. I love her aesthetic for her patterns though. Okay, this one is like an OMG, surely OMG Mirabilia. This one is by Katie, and it is Ophelia by Nora Corbett. So, a deceptively complex design with flowing fabrics. Is that my sushi? No. Deceptively complex design with flowing fabrics, floating lily pads, floating lily pads and flowers sprinkled all over. She made one change to the beads. She stitched it on 32 count laurel linen, and she made a few adjustments to the eye and eyebrow position, changed the skin tone, and stitched the skin areas with a 2x1 tent stitch. Are you ready? I can't. Look at that. Oh my God, I love her face and her hair. And oh my God, that was a lot of stitching. I mean, because look at the dress. Woo! Tons of stitching. Gorgeous. Love it. Can't even. Yeah. Okay, this is another Mirabilia. I want to say it's a Nora Corbett. It's Water Sprite. They stitched this on a piece of fabric from Chromatic Alchemy, which I have had their fabric before. Gorgeous colors. It says she's small but very pretty. Still a lot of stitching. And perfect fabric. I mean, this is amazing. I love it. Again, if you didn't want to stitch like a giant Mirabilia A lot of the Nora Corbett designs are a perfect size. This one, I really love it. Someday, maybe I'll stitch one of them again. I really like that one. Oh my God, it takes me 800 years to stitch a little Viking. What are we saying here? And the last one, which I just saw this morning, and I was like, ah! This is by Allie. I don't even know what pattern this is. This is from Etsy, she said. I don't know what the name of it, though. A lot of people are asking. It's called Elegant Lady. Okay, and she left a link, but holy friggin' moly. Can I turn it this way? Will it look even bigger? Yes. I mean, look at that. Is that not beautiful and stunning? Love. I saw that and like my mouth fell open. I mean, look at it up close. Wowza. Wowza, 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 right? Love. Love it. Guys are killing it on these Facebook groups. Needlework is an old lady's hobby. Get the hell out of here with that. Get out of here. Okay, so today we're going to do another little motivational story. I promise I will be doing a true crime story at some point. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know when. I have to feel in the mood for it, right? All right, so this one's called The Butterfly. A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. He took it home and he put it in a jar. One day, a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole, until it suddenly stopped making any progress and looked like it was stuck. So the man decided to help the butterfly. Problem number one, I'm adding my little 2 cents in. So the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, although it had a swollen body and small, shriveled wings. The man didn't think anything of it and sat there waiting for the wings to enlarge to support the butterfly. But that didn't happen. The butterfly spent the rest of its life unable to fly, crawling around with tiny wings and a swollen body. Despite the kind heart of the man, he didn't understand that the restricting cocoon and the struggle needed by the butterfly to get itself through the small opening was nature's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings to prepare itself for flying once it was out of the cocoon. So just take a note. So the moral of the story: our struggles in life develop our strengths. Without struggles, we never grow and never get stronger. So it's important for us to tackle challenges on our own and not just wait and rely on help from others. And I love that story because I'm a firm believer. Like I said, I have never had children, so I'm not trying to spout how you should be raising your kids. But parents that do every little thing for their child and never let them either have consequences or have struggles to deal with, they will never know how to do anything. Let me rephrase that. If you never face a struggle, you will never know how to handle when a struggle comes up. Do you know what I mean? If you never face adversity, you will never know how to handle it when it does come about. And it makes me think back to when I was in college. I paid for it all myself, and I was working full-time. So I was going to school full-time and working full-time. Those were probably the hardest 4 years of my life, but I appreciated it so much more because I worked my fucking ass off for it. Not saying that people who have all of that paid for them doesn't appreciate it, but I am a firm believer in that you appreciate something more when you have worked for it versus if it is given to you. And not to mention, don't fuck with nature. Like, don't mess with crap like that. Like, I know that guy's heart was in the right place, but you don't know the inner workings of a butterfly. You basically crippled that butterfly. Let's not. Yeah, I mean, there are processes I think that we all need to go through to become functioning, responsible, healthy adults, right? I've dealt with a lot of adversity in my life, a lot of issues. And my mom and I were just talking about this because she handles a lot of stuff for my uncle. My uncle lives in her basement apartment. And, you know, my grandparents sort of just coddled him his whole life and just always helped him. He never really had to do anything on his own as far as like bills and stuff like that. So now my mom literally just helps him with everything. And she's like, he knows how to do nothing. And it's because he was never forced to do it himself. I really don't ask for help from someone unless I absolutely can't figure it out myself. I will sit down and try to do it. Like all computer problems I've tried to figure out myself, I will literally sit down and really try to do it before I ask someone for help. Let your kids go through some stuff. Not saying you should let them like be hurting themselves. No. But let them find their way, right? They have to, otherwise they're just going to come to you for every tiny little thing. Yeah. Okay. That's my PSA. That's enough. All right. So I hope you guys all have. Oh, I started a new book. I finished the Frida McFadden book yesterday. Brain Damage. Very good. Liked it. And I started a new book of hers today. Because I have like one, I think I have another one. Yeah, I have two. And I think I've read every single one of her books. I've read 14 books this year already. Let's go. But I started reading her new book called The Surrogate. And they're all available on Kindle Unlimited, so didn't have to pay for it. I have so many books, though. I keep a public list, and I have it linked in my link tree of all the books I want to read. And I keep that list in Amazon. There are so many books. But okay. So I hope you guys all have a great Thursday. But first, how are we going to continue to unfuck ourselves in 2022? Okay, love this one. Love. Speak your truth. Unless your truth is stupid, then you should hold your fire until something better comes along. Well, what I try to really ask myself before I comment on something that someone has said is, what I'm saying really necessary? Right? And unless I'm telling someone like about my day, but if someone says, oh, I did blah, 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 blah. And most of the time, we're thinking about our response to what they're saying versus what they're really saying. Is your response necessary? Right? Yeah, I really do try to think about that before I say something. Yeah. But okay, I like that one very much. Speak your truth unless your truth is stupid. Sorry, this caught me really funny. Okay. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.